he sent a bunch of stuff, but I think he was excited I was holding on to the Jewish identity because
Mm.
I think he was worried about me that I would, abandon it and I'm not Jewish anymore and all that, which is obviously a wrong understanding of uh, how what coming to faith does for you.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I don't know if
Hmm.
that answered the entire question.
Yeah, yeah. That they in answering that question just unloaded a whole bunch of other questions. But I think we'll have to have you on a video to answer those questions. Um, but you mentioned that yeah, like it's definitely there's a lot of spiritual stuff going on. Definitely like within between uh, in Israel, around Israel, and then especially like within actually in Christianity, Messianic Judaism itself. Um, and um, a lot of times we get caught in this battle between Christianity, Messianic Judaism that
Mm,
we're at war with each other because we're trying to fight, face with theology. We're trying to teach people this way, but and we're like a house divided, and that shouldn't be the case. Um, and so, but we have to remember that we're not fighting against, the church. We're not fighting against Christianity. We're not fighting against all these things, or Hamas or Syria or whatever. We're fighting against the enemy that was there in the beginning in the Garden of Eden. Who tempted Adam and Eve. Um, and so, and that's and so we got to remember that that this is the same enemy that tried to ruin the plan from the beginning, and he's still trying to do it because he knows that, you know, that when Israel confesses Messiah, that's when his end is there. And so that leads into the next question. You probably know more than I do about what's going on over there between Hamas and Israel and all that stuff. All the propaganda going on, and um, especially all the news that we hear on the media. Um, how much of it is believable, um, and how much of it is actually can we actually believe, and how should how should Christians look at it, and how should Christians and believers in general, stand with Israel, look at Israel, especially in this time.
mm. Yeah, that's can be a bit of a tough question. I think the obvious thing is that uh, Psalm 122 verse 6 says, "Pray for the peace of Jerusalem." So we should be praying for Israel. Um, and I know a lot of churches don't do that, and I know I can get a little bit mixed up of like, well, they don't support the Israeli government and all kinds of issues like that. Um, so I guess from a kind of geopolitical way, I think that you really want to go and take a look at the history